Listening Task 2. Hirevue Practice.
1. Tell me about yourself. 2. Why do you want to be a pilot? 3. Why do you want to work for Emirates? 4. What do you know about Emirates? 5. What are your greatest strengths? 6. What are your greatest weaknesses? 7. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 8. What are your hobbies and interests outside of aviation? 9. How do you handle stress and pressure? 10. Describe your ideal work environment. 11. Tell me about a time you had to work effectively as part of a team. 12. Describe a time you had to learn something new quickly. 13. Give an example of a time you had to solve a difficult problem. 14. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. What did you learn from it? 15. Describe a situation where you had to communicate complex information clearly. 16. Tell me about a time you had to deal with a difficult colleague or customer. 17. Give an example of a time you had to go above and beyond your duties. 18. Describe a time you had to adapt to a sudden change in plans. 19. Tell me about a time you had to motivate yourself to complete a challenging task. 20. Describe a situation where you had to follow strict procedures. Why was it important? 21. Imagine you notice your captain making a minor procedural error. What would you do? 22. You are the first officer and the captain becomes incapacitated during a critical phase of flight. What are your immediate actions? 23. During a pre-flight inspection, you discover a maintenance issue that could delay the flight. How would you handle the situation? 24. A passenger becomes disruptive mid-flight. What steps would you take? 25. You are flying in challenging weather conditions that were not in the forecast. What is your course of action? 26. Tell me about a time your leadership skills were tested. What was the outcome? 27. How would you handle a situation where you have a disagreement with your captain about a non-safety critical operational matter? 28. Describe a time you had to make a quick decision with incomplete information. 29. Emirates places a strong emphasis on customer service. How would you contribute to a positive passenger experience from the cockpit? 30. What does professionalism mean to you as a pilot, and how would you demonstrate it in your daily work at Emirates?